winter solstice hat. I don't know if you can really see it with the background, but that was what I had.
Oh, what's nice, Linda? What is that? Is that one of your hats?
Well, it's actually a headband,
Ah,
but I thought it was fitting because it's wintry and sparkly, and the way that if we had snow, it would be.
The German
Holder.
from Nuremberg.
What's that? It's a beautiful background on this one. What is this? There's a hat that's sparkly.
Gail, you're cutting out.
Oh,
You're cutting
really?
in. Didn't hear what you said.
I like that.
I didn't say
That
anything.
Santa hat, that's like the flashing stoplights.
Mine isn't gonna.
Hi, Barbara.
Mine doesn't show.
You're ready for Nuremberg firewater. Which is blue and
Oh, good hat. Wow.
Yeah, he got that hat actually in the backdrop. The backdrop is at the Nuremberg Christkindlmarkt, which of course is not open this year.
Oh, you got it in Bastrop, Texas?
No, Nuremberg, Germany.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Bastrop.
A few miles away.
the real Christkindlmarkt.
Wow.
Hi, George.
Hi, George.
Judy,
Have any of you been to the one here in Sacramento before the COVID?
Christkindlmarkt, you mean at Turnverein?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
that's fun.
Yeah, several times. Yeah.
My son lives in Munich, so when I have gone to that before, I felt like I'm a little connected to him, attending
Yeah.
something like this in town.
Yeah, that's right.
I like
there's
what
Barbara
that is.
Beeland. Hi, Barbara Beeland.
Hello.
Oh.
Hey, there's the
Say Bob.
Hat, George.
make sure. It's one of those.
Lord.
Anything to wear. This way.
Yay.
Wow, look at Roz's.
Oh.
No,
Hey, you made it back.
Hello.
Hi, Mary. Hey, hi. You made it back safely. Oh, yeah. And you're still well. Oh, yes, I'm still alive.
Did,
I
yeah.
sent it to you. When you have it.
Hi, Bob.
Hi.
Humbug.
Oh, what's that?
Happy Hanukkah. Yeah.
Nice hat, Ray.
Coming, Chris.
Barbara's playing the piano. I can hear her.
Yeah.
There you are. It's a holiday party. Now you're in.
Oh, there's Barbara.
Join with.
Barbara, how are your hands doing? Yeah.
She's busy.
I don't ask him.
Hey, Nancy, turn on a light so we can see you.
I don't have another light when where I'm sitting, so sorry.
Flashlight.
I'm going to send you a flashlight, Nancy.
Can you hear me?
Or a desk lamp.
Flashlight.
Norma.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Serena. How's it going?
Okay, is that not-
Hi, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Donna.
Leonard Quinn, hi.
Everybody must be.
George, did you see the end of the Raider game?
Yeah.
Fine.
Amazing.
Hi, Kathy.
Muted, Kathy.
Bill, you counting those calories you're putting into your mouth? Hey, DeBlanc, you counting those calories you're putting into your mouth?
Hey, I'm not getting any cookies today. Comments.
Holiday party doesn't count.
Yeah. It's a 0-calorie meal today.
That's right. That's right.
The only
Chris,
one
can you
you're
hear
gonna get.
Are these virtual calories?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure. The virtual calories count?
yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
Truly don't have to
So
count.
Ray, show us your
Have to
puppy.
Get some because I
It
drank.
was on before.
My puppy. Oh,
Show us your puppy.
Oh,
Ray.
yeah, cutest puppy.
oh, okay. Just a,
If George could have his puppy, I could have my Hanukkah bear.
cute.
I have masks for you if you want, Rana.
I'm sorry?
For Rana, I have Hanukkah mask if she needs one.
Oh, great, thanks. She has Hanukkah masks.
Hey, Gail, how are you doing?
Oh, there's a puppy.
Oh, I had my
hey,
Oh, look, he has gotten big.
Yeah, getting big.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They have a new puppy. Yeah.
Bruno, 3.5 months old and 25 pounds. He was playing hard with his brother all day today, so he's really tired out.
He does look tired, yeah.
Puppy.
Oh, we don't need a puppy.
No, we don't.
So Gail Bird, how are you doing? How are you post-op now?
Yes, 1 minute over.
I'll
I'm
turn
not
the volume
liquid.
off. Oh, because it reverb. Yeah.
So when was your surgery, Gail?
October 19th.
Okay.
Oh.
Boy, okay, so.
So Sandy, I think we're about 3:35.
Okay,
We kind of
ready?
stopped at this number of people, so you want to?
All right, let's get started. So Barbara, whenever it's a good time for you to pause on the music.
On the next screen.
Okay, I'm going to be muting everybody for a moment.
Who?
Okay, everybody's muted right now except me. We're going to have Sandy and Ray unmute themselves. But what they asked me to do was give you a little bit of our Zoom etiquette here for today. So let me get to that page and we'll show you. So we're going to, although you're unmuted, you can unmute yourself if you have a question, you want to say something. We're just trying to keep a lot of the background noise down when people are talking in terms of our presentation. So, if you unmute yourself and you ask a question or something, make sure you just mute yourself back again. Then you can also use the chat function if you wanted, to say something besides, if you didn't want to unmute yourself, you just wanted to say something, you can use the chat and make sure it says to everyone, and that message will go out to everybody who's in the show. Now, later on, we're going to be doing a little thing. Ray's got a slideshow presentation, and he's going to ask people to share their screen if they wanted to show some pictures of food or things of their own. So we've allowed the screen sharing function for all the participants, but please don't hit that little green arrow, that screen sharing button. It's near the bottom of your thing. If you hit that when someone else is sharing the screen, then everyone will see you and not what we're supposed to be looking at. So just hold off clicking on that until Ray gives you the go ahead. So that's all we got to say about instructions. Not a lot of instructions. Most of you seem to be doing okay and knowing how to get in and out of things. If there's anybody who does not know how to unmute yourself and you have a problem, you can just click on the chat button, C-H-A-T, and send me a message and I'll walk you through it. We'll deal with it that way. I think that's it, Sandy. I'm gonna roll over to you.
Sure. Hi, welcome everyone to our first gathering for the holidays. Well, today we're going to, like any holiday program, we're going to be having food virtually, and I'll go through some highlights of the year, and you can get a chance to see our board from this year, and then we'll be doing the installation of our 2021 board members, and then we'll be playing a game together, and our game together will be our own entertainment. So first of all, I'd like to thank Barbara for playing our holiday music. I think it was very nice having some live holiday music today. And then when we get ready to end, she'll be playing some music. And if you want to stay on and visit afterwards, we can do that too. So first of all, it's all about the food and drink. So Ray, you will be taking us through that part of our event.
Okay. Can you see that? I'm going to.
Not yet. No, yeah. You got.
Oh, stop share.
No, you're fine. You just need to do your slideshow. It wasn't in the presentation mode.
Okay, yeah, I was just about to get there. Okay, how's that?
Looks good.
Okay. Well, everyone, welcome to the first and we hope the only virtual holiday potluck. Of course, the coronavirus kind of crimps our style. So this is going to be a collection of our memories, food masterpieces from the past, and some places we've been and so forth. And this is just a collection of what people have sent me. And at the end of all this, if you have something else you would like to share with us, then just let us know and share your screen and show us. So let's begin. And Pat thought that we should start off all of these parties with holiday crackers. Pat, would you like to explain that? Oh, she's muted. Pat, can you unmute?
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Got it.
These come in a box. Oh, you can't see. They come in a box. Obviously, we've used 3 of them. Generally 8 in a box. This is sort of an English tradition, I believe. And they're very decorative, as you could tell. That go on our tables. So we have them in our family. We do this for Thanksgiving and for Christmas dinners. And so the table is set with these brightly covered, and they don't all look this way. There are multiple different colors and blends of things. And so then people reach in and pull the string, if you can, I can't find it in here. And it makes a pop generally.
Hey, Pat, hold on a second. Hey, Ray, why don't you stop sharing a second and we'll show Pat's screen.
Oh, okay.
And it makes a big pop, and everybody, if you have children, it's always fun because they can make noises and etc. And then it comes with sort of a tissue paper type hat, and everyone puts the hat on. And they're all different colors. Everybody has a different color. And inside of it, it also has games and a joke of some kind. Let's see what this one is. Why do bakers work so hard? Because they need the dough. Was that so funny someone crashed? What do you get if you cross a skeleton with a famous detective? Sherlock Bones.
Oh.
with just trivia, this is not a joke, with 2002, 80 kilometers, which country has the longest coastline in the world?
Chile.
Canada.
Oh,
Yeah, really?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's, and then there's some stupid little games inside.
Okay. Well,
Get
we get the idea.
So, and then we eat dinner the whole time with with our hats and have fun for the evening and, you know, for the meal and etc. So anyway, it's, I buy these, if anyone's interested in something like this, I buy them at World Market. Generally speaking, I see Mona's nodding her head, so maybe they do these too. Anyway,
Yeah, we've done
I
it.
just thought we should start it for decorating the table first and then eating. So that's why.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for letting me share.
Yeah, good. Thank you for that. Good. Okay, are we back? Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Looks good.
Okay, good. Okay. Now, since we're not in having a banquet, at least we can see a past one. Glenn sent this one, and I believe this is the Indonesia inbound back in 2010. Is that right, Glenn? Anyway, it's not a holiday party, but it's a farewell party for the group. And so everybody's having a good time. So we'll do this again someday.
These are the principals.
Oh, the principals.
Yeah, they were principals from
Oh.
Jakarta. Mhm.
We saw some of those people when we were in Jakarta.
Really? Wow. And then here they are. That's I guess that's the farewell. Anyway, so we'll do that again. And now let's get on to the food.
Hey, Glenn, nice tie.
Oh, what was that? Oh yeah. So Linda sent in a picture, and it looks like from Budapest, is it? Budapest. So this is goulash soup with beer, and looks pretty good to me.
Gorgeous.
Well, it was beautiful and delicious.
Hmm.
That's where that whole area is where goulash comes from. So practically every place we went on that tour, they had some form of goulash, and there's so many different recipes, but oh my gosh, it's so good.
Yeah, especially
And the
with
beer was good.
Yeah. Good. And then Chris Smith sent this one in, bacon and mashed potatoes. I don't know, Chris, do you have a story with that? It looks good.
Well, only that it's almost like a tradition with Julie's relatives. Whenever Christmas or Thanksgiving comes around, I'm always making the mashed potatoes. So that's sort of my go-to dish. And
That's because he's good at it. He's not stingy with the butter.
so this isn't actually one I made. I stole it from the internet, but it was just as a reminder of some of
Good.
our holiday traditions.
So you bake it with butter, and then you put butter on top to serve it, right?
Yeah, lots of butter.
Okay, and then Sandy sent in 4 Spanish dishes. The first one, I guess this is technically dessert. It's a Spanish almond cake, torta de Santiago. And I'll show all 4. Then Sandy, if you want to explain what these are.
Sure.
Oops, wrong way. Oh yeah, this is the Spanish dinner.
Got a little blurry. Yes. It's paella and Spanish tortilla. Spanish tortilla is not like a Mexican tortilla. It's more of a puffed potato egg dish. You might be able to see it in the next photo a little better.
Yeah. Well, here's
There's
the
the
paella.
paella.
Yeah, that looks good. Wow.
And those are all of my dishes that I've actually photos are of live food or food that I've actually made.
Wow.
paella pan.
Okay.
Looks like a walk.
Yeah, that's a better photo of the, it's tortilla español. And it has egg and potato and onion. And you cook it in a big frying pan, and then you flip it over very quickly and nimbly onto a platter. And when all goes well, it looks like that.
Okay. And if it doesn't come out of the pan,
Well, you eat it anyways. It still tastes good.
and then we had a very simple Thanksgiving. This is actually, we tried it for the first time. Our neighbor was ordering from Plates Restaurant, so they got some for us too. So we have a Plates Restaurant traditional Thanksgiving meal, of course, with some wine and so forth. Anyway, but just us. And we also gave some extra money so that the Plates people could have some of their own meals. So
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
anyway, it's
very
nice.
nice.
And then turkey tacos. I don't know, I just saw this was funny. And now on to dessert. Judy Moss made this beautiful, delicious looking fruit salad. Judy, is this a standard of yours?
Yeah, geez, I'm sure it's
Oh.
muted.
Oh, okay. And then also we have sugared cranberries by Audrey.
I didn't think of that.
Are those like candies, Audrey?
Unmute Audrey.
They're cranberries. And my daughter and I made these last year and we really liked them. They're very simple to make. And you use just a simple sugar syrup, type recipe. And then you
Do you cook them?
No, you merge them in the boiling syrup, and then you take them out with a slotted spoon. Well, first of all, you really let them soak in the syrup overnight in the refrigerator, and then you remove them and you set them on a wire rack to dry a little bit for about an hour, and then you just roll them in sugar and let them dry a little bit longer. And they're nice to snack on, or you can also put them on cakes, for decoration, or pies, or you can even put them in cocktail, or you can even string them on a little toothpick and put it across the cocktail glass if you want to do that to be fancy.
Wow, they look really good. And I like the picture too. Did you take that photo?
No, I didn't, because I made mine yesterday and I had submitted this photo just from online to Ray the other day.
That's really nice. I have to try that one.
And here's some pumpkin pies that PJ made. We gave some of these to PJ's daughters and their families, and we ate one. So they're very delicious. And Chris made, I don't know if you made this, but this is
So Julie's this was actually Julie's submission, not mine. So I'll let you explain.
Yeah, well, so I want to make sure there was enough pie for everybody. So hopefully everybody gets a slice of that. So that picture I got off the internet, but it was inspired by a trip. I think it was last 4th of July. We were in Healdsburg and they had just a, town celebration in the main square. And one of the professional bakers had made an apple pie that was really that big. They had a big enough oven that they were able to make an apple pie that big.
looks like pumpkin pie.
Yeah, this
one's pumpkin.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this isn't our picture. No.
Oh,
No.
wow.
Another internet.
We
picture.
couldn't find the actual
Yeah.
pie, so we had to cheat a little bit and get one from the internet. But
Oh, I had to do a double take, see if that's Chris or not.
yeah.
Looks like you could swim in that thing.
Okay, and that's it. So that's our feast. Does anybody else have any pictures they'd like to share?
Yes. George has his wonderful recipe for Christmas candy that we'd like to show you. We have a plate of it right here. And this is his family tradition that he makes every year for Christmas.
Cool.
So you guys who've eaten C's candy will recognize it, and certainly it's the same as the Heath bar. And it's
better.
It's
better.
very easy to make. It's a pound of sugar, a pound of butter, some almonds, and you boil it till it gets brown, and then you pour it out and slice it up.
Wow. Cool.
Bad stuff.
Are you gonna mail some to each of us?
Peace.
I want a piece.
Uh-huh. Sure enough. I don't think.
Roz, I thought you made cookie pictures.
Cookie what?
You're muted.
Who are you
I
talking
did.
to?
I sent them to Ray, but I think I got them in too late.
Oh.
Hmm.
No, I
Do
didn't
you have
see
them
that.
on your computer?
I have them on my phone. I was just going to move them over to the computer. So just a
Oh.
second.
Does anybody else have anything else? Oh, here we go. Somebody's sharing. Is that Roz?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's Marty. Marty, you're sharing your screen. Not anymore.
Okay, I think I just downloaded something, so let me see if I can do it. Okay, you can go on. I'll show you the cookie recipe if you want to go once I get them downloaded.
I have something to share. Let's see if it works.
It's a nice
Oh.
background, Marty. Where are you?
I'm in CBU.
Ah,
I was there last year for the Christmas market.
Uh-huh.
nice.
It's not letting me do this with AirPlay, so I'll figure it out.
What
CBU,
is Steve?
those of you who have not been there, is Romania.
Oh, Romania.
I'm sorry, CBU Romania. Yes.
Oh.
I'm gonna send this one, but anyway, go ahead and I have a picture of these snowmen that they have in Switzerland at Christmas time. Let me mail it over.
Anybody else have something they want to share?
I want to share the fact that I'm wearing a very special scarf that many of you have seen before, and many of you know Shiva Shrestha. And Shiva had given this to me years ago, and we've been fortunate to see Shiva from time to time. So every time I see Shiva, I wear the scarf. A Nepalese special scarf.
Wow.
It doesn't have anything to do with Christmas, but I just was wearing it because it was good to wear.
Works great for the outfit.
Yeah, right.
He's into it.
Goes with the red and white.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
so
Cute.
So they're not, so this was my attempt to make these, but you buy them in the bakeries in Switzerland at Christmas time. It's little snowmen. Anyway,
Oh,
I
yeah.
tried to make some and they didn't turn out exactly the way they did, but they tasted good.
It's like a rabbit.
It looked like
What I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be a snowman.
I bet they taste just as good.
They were really good, yeah.
Do you wanna,
Yeah.
if you want to just grab one and bite into one.
Well, I had quite a few every time I went past a bakery. And I even saw some that in Bern that they had women ones too, you know. I couldn't make those. But anyway, that was fun.
They look good.
They were.
Okay, I think I can show my cookies now, or Russ's cookies.
It's like king.
Oh, no.
Oh, yum.
Macaroons?
It was a Christmas cookie from somewhere that Aunt Shoni went on.
So Russ,
Yes.
you want to tell them about your cookies? Russ baked all day yesterday, and these are his cookies.
Oh.
We have Scottish shortbread dipped in chocolate.
Oh, gosh, I love it.
macaroons with zest lemon in them. There's lemon macaroons and dipped in chocolate. And I think there's some oatmeal chocolate chip on the top there and peanut butter. My picture's kind of cut off, the one I'm looking at here. I only see half a plate.
Yeah, it is a little cut off.
They look delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
And they're all low calorie.
Yeah, right. You take a bite and the calories fall off.
So
Yes.
Ross, Deborah was talking about cooking up in Reno or baking in Reno and problems at the elevation. Have you had any trouble up there?
It usually takes about 10 or 15% more time to bake. You have more trouble when you have things that are boiling and stuff because the water boils at a lower temperature, but baking, not so much.
Okay.
And the shortbread is almost all butter, so, and a little sugar.
Oh, butter better.
Nice.
I have something to share. I'm not sure what the topic is because I came in a little late, but I would like to just share with you guys because I know you're world travelers. I haven't been to Japan yet, but I wanted to share this doll, which is just exquisitely made. I'm sure her kimono is silk, and I. Isn't it beautiful?
It's
how it's made and the feet and everything. 6 of these dolls.
What?
For like $15. At our local art gallery was having a rummage sale, which they do every year, and they were having a hard time selling stuff. So I was just going to buy one of the dolls, which looked like Mulan, although I know Mulan is Chinese, for my granddaughter. And they made me take all 6 of them. They had to twist my arm really hard to get me to do it. And so I'm giving some of them away as Christmas gifts to my granddaughter and various relatives. But I just wanted to share this with you because I looked it up on eBay. I looked up all kinds. These dolls are not very valuable anymore, but apparently they used to be quite valuable. And I mean, just the workmanship on this is quite impressive, I think. And do any of you who have been to Japan, does this look familiar to you, or do you know anything about these dolls or what about them? Because I don't know anything about them.
Now, this is George. We spent a lot of time in Japan, and I don't remember those at all.
We've seen lots of dolls, but those specifically not. But they're beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Who's on the
Take the
phone?
phone of Jenny Vandiver.
Okay. No, I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Well, speaking of OBs, when we were in Otaguma, staying with the people who'd stayed with us, the mother-in-law of our host had never had a foreigner stay in her house before. And she thought that maybe she thought it was a great idea. And so she gave Lynn her obi that she used when she was married.
Oh,
wow.
What is an obi? What is an obi?
That's the thing that
sash
sits
that's around the
back.
waist.
Oh,
Yeah.
the sash.
That's that thing in back. Yeah, it goes around and then
Goes all
ties
the
at
way
the back.
around.
That's the obi.
Yeah. So this is the obi. It's very long. It's about 12 feet long by the time you wrap it up and give it all the space. But this was
Wow.
we put this out at Christmas time because it's got Christmas colors, but it's not really festive. It wasn't made for that.
It's beautiful.
That's
Is it silk?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And I hate to think she gave this to us.
Yeah.
Because we were the
Wow.
first foreigners that she ever met, I think. And just amazing that she, I don't think we admired it so much that she gave it to us. But
I
she
hope
just came,
not.
it came out and just gave it to us as
Yeah.
a gift.
Yeah. It's just wonderful. So we
Wow.
hang it up every year for Christmas time.
Gorgeous.
Thank you for stimulating our thoughts about that.
Yeah.
Because
It'll come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ray, is there anything else on food? Or
No, not unless, no,
Okay.
nobody else has anything else.
So I think we're ready to go on to, well, first of all, thank you for sharing your dishes. And like I said, I'm really glad there's 0 calorie, but I'm wondering what I'm really having for dinner tonight. So highlights of 2020. Well, remember when we could take journeys and things were normal, and what is normal? Well, we actually had a live general meeting back in January, which was oh so long ago. And we actually had presentations about different cultures. The DeBlancs and Helen and Chris Budwine shared with us about Egypt. Joy Griffiths shared about New Zealand and photos. And Chris Budwine and I covered the Chinese New Year culture, and we actually had a Let's Eat Out a week later. And then I'd forgotten, Nancy put together a nice summary for us of all our activities for the year, that we actually went to a Sacramento Kings game. Thanks, Bill DeBlanc, for coordinating that. I can't remember who won that night, but that was fun, and can't even remember what it's like to be at a live game. So we also, after COVID hit, we learned a new word. We learned about Zoom, an adjective, Zoom meetings, Zoom everything. But that didn't slow us down. We first got together to get a status of what was happening with Friendship Force International, and they put out a big plea to help them stay open. And so our club was able to give a very generous donation of $5,000 and many others individual donations. So thank you all for continuing to support Friendship Force International. We came up with programs to have general meetings online through Zoom, and many of those programs were done by some of you. If you recall, our Mary Ellen Burns gave us a presentation on the golden age of Sacramento jazz clubs. Pat gave us a presentation about her community gardens. Our Shutterbugs group gave a fabulous video photo display. Thanks, Roz, for leading the effort. And then we also learned about our River City Food Bank, what was going on with them. That's one of our service projects. And we did have a couple of live service to the food distribution. But then we heard about from the executive director, Amanda McCarthy, what kind of situation they were in. We learned about culinary diplomacy this year, and we also recently heard about infection and immunity. So I mentioned we did provide some service out to the food distribution. We continue to have happy hours online with games and different topics, and we continue to have that every 2 weeks, so that we're able to connect for an hour, share what our favorite drink is. And actually, an added benefit is we were able to join with the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area Club on a happy hour event. And we actually got to meet a mixologist that showed us all kinds of fun drinks to make, and also told us how he makes his ramen noodles in his restaurant. Shutterbugs actually had some outings this year. Recently, you had migratory birds. He went out and took photos. And this month was sculptures was the theme. So just, it's great. I'm glad you guys were able to get out, socially distanced, of course. Kathy Hart has led us in 3 painting classes, and she's going to continue to do the painting classes into next year. Thank you so much, Kathy. Same with spearheading some cooking classes. Kathy provided cooking classes, as well as Ellen Robinson and Stephanie Turner helped out with presenting some cooking themed items. Oh, and we actually had a real journey this year. We went to New Zealand Hamilton, New Zealand, and South Sydney. And we actually had a virtual reunion with South Sydney this year. And we also had a virtual reunion with Toronto. So it didn't stop us from reaching across the waters and visiting our friends around the world. Membership. We're probably the envy of many clubs because we actually had new members join during the COVID. Kathy had some orientations this year in a live orientation for 5 people, and then 8 people came on board through Zoom. So welcome all of you who joined us this year. Hopefully you'll get to see us in person, and we'll get to meet up and you get to see how we do things in the live program. And so we're still 126 members strong as of last week. And just a reminder, this month and especially next month, many of you will be getting your annual membership renewal emails. So please check for those and renew, make your payments either online, or Pat Giglari would be happy to help you making your annual renewal payment. So that is a highlight in terms of having the new members join us. Judy Moss prepared a crafts report, and you know, we were able to make that nice donation to Friendship Force International, and I no doubt know that it had to do a lot with the funds that the crafters, they make the items, they sell the items, and those items get sold to various members as we get ready to go on journeys. Crafters have also gone out to, when we had over the years, and actually this year they were able to sell some items, whether it's through online. We do have pictures of items to buy if you go onto our website. And also they took an order. I think they had, is that right? They actually took an order for 45 microwave bowl holders. That's pretty incredible. That's impressive. So thank you, crafters, and bringing more money into our coffers. And so speaking of coffers, Pat provided a nice report. Bottom line is we're doing great. We have money in the bank. We had money revenues this year. We spent those revenues, but overall a positive dollar amount. So I am happy for our club and your continued support. So that's a very quick high level of the activities we did, but I would like to make some special recognitions of the people who are on our board and our committee chairs. And I'm going to start, I have a list here. I'm going to start with some of the behind the scenes people that you don't get to see. So Sunshine, when we find out about some special celebration or acknowledgement that needs to go out to a member, Audrey actually sends that out on our behalf or reaches out to you. So we thank you, Audrey, for doing that this year, and she'll be rolling off from that role, and Norma Leopold will be taking on Sunshine. Thank you to our past president, Helen Flock, and serving as our bylaws and procedure lead. Thank you so much for getting us through that process. So again, thanks for serving in that role. Roz, thanks for leading Shutterbugs and organizing the events and the photo and activities. Chris, we wouldn't be here without you, literally, without learning how to Zoom and taking all of the technology forward for us. I don't see everybody, but Deborah Schaefer lives in Reno, and she handles our newsletter. So she's been able to do this from afar, and do take a look at this month's newsletter. She shared a little bit about how she does that, and just so you get to know that we do have some out-of-town members. Dan's rolling off from publicity. Thanks, Dan. Kathy Hart, membership. You've done a phenomenal job at reaching out and getting people set up and learning about Friendship Force. So Charlene Taylor, I don't think she's online, but she is our journey treasurer. If this was a paid job, she got the best job this year because she didn't have to do a lot. But we wish we were busy, and she was able to be very busy as our journey treasurer. So in the future, and she will continue into next year. I mentioned Judy, Nancy for activities. One more thing, I want to just do a special call out for Judy because she's going to be ending her term as committee chair for crafts. And many of you don't know, she's been doing this for 10 years, being crafts chair. So I just want to say thank you very much, Judy, and serving Friendship Force Sacramento. You know, many of you may not realize whenever we have an event, all the crafts are made, Judy packs it up, gets it to the event, sets it up on the table with other crafts members, handles the money, she's got the cash box, provides that information to Pat so she can do the accounting. We've added not only events like Oktoberfest where items are sold, or the holidays, special meetings when we're getting ready to go on a journey. But last year we actually went out to a couple of community events. So having to wheel that material all the way out there and then get it set up outside and staff it for the afternoon. So thank you so much, Judy, for your contributions. And that role will be taken over by Julie Smith. So thank you for continuing with our crafts group and keeping that going. Our actual elected officers this year, Pat Giglari, thank you for keeping our books straight, going to the bank, handling all things financial and reporting and filing our reports. And thanks for continuing into next year. Stephanie Sharilla, thank you for your 2 years of serving as our secretary and keeping us straight. I've actually emailed Stephanie after the meeting because she's been taking all the notes. And I'm going, now what is it that we said and how do we say it so that I can continue with the plan? And many of you have not noticed it if she's at the board meeting. She's got 2 cameras going on. She's typing on her laptop. She's got her phone set up and trying to participate when necessary and still keep us organized. So thanks again. And Ray has served as our vice president, and I don't think either one of us had any idea our year would be like this. I've kept Ray informed of everything, so he is going to be president next year and hopefully under a little bit more normal conditions as we get into next year. So again, that puts me into the 2021 board, and this is our official installation of the 2021 board. Ray Missman, president. Audrey Weichman, you all see Audrey, she's going to be our vice president. And Terry Funk, secretary. Welcome, Terry, to the board. And Pat, as I mentioned, for continuing as our treasurer. And here's your 2021 board. Not me, but the others. Okay. Thank you.
You're still past president, Sandy. You can't get out.
Oh, no, I am still on the board, but but there's some faces taking over as well. We're happy to have you on board.
And you have to stick around until January or December 31st, right?
Yes, and I also will be delivering all of the things that the president keeps in their garage. I will be taking them to your house, Ray. So I asked you if you had your garage or some room ready for our materials for safekeeping.
Oh, there's a bad story
That's
about
the
that.
initiation part of this.
Has to be in the garage.
Keep it
Or
away
any
from the
room
puppy.
that you have space. Attic, basement. Okay.
Is Dan around?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Do you
But
have
I've
some?
been outside installing Christmas lights, but I came in.
Oh, good. I'm glad you did. Do you have something to bring forth?
Hey, Ray.
Yes.
Ray, I
Yes.
accidentally clicked your video off. So if you want to click your video back on.
Okay.
Yes. So let me join Sandy upstairs. It'll
Okay.
take me about 30 seconds.
Okay. We're having to adapt our styles due to the pandemic, of course. So stay tuned. We've got something coming.
Presentations and acknowledgements are a little different this year.
No, very good. Anyway, so I guess I will be asking you lots of questions and needing help from everybody. So we've got a ways to go before we're back to normal. So it's going to need a lot of good ideas and help to get us that way.
I hear him rustling around out there.
That was a long 30-second walk.
It's a big house, I guess.
That's a big house.
High
You're in
altitude.
two different houses. Oh, here he is.
Oh.
Okay, here I am, Ray.
Okay, there they go. A few things for you as gifts. Thank yous for a very well earned year of service, getting us through this pandemic and so forth. So maybe with all these, you won't disappear too quickly,
Oh, do I open them now?
if you wish.
Sure. Okay, I'm the rip the paper type again. Hey, we got our famous Friendship Force tablecloth.
Yep.
Hey.
Check it out.
It's an apron. It's an apron,
it's an
Sandy.
apron?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's really cute. Pot holder.
Nice. Very nice.
And apron. Ooh. Yes, I'm going to put it on.
So it's double-sided depending on which continent you want to show.
I know. I see. I've got the.
Yeah.
This is the international, and then for those.
Domestic, yeah. In Canada.
Do we have some still for sale? Anybody else wants one?
Yep,
You can
they are for sale.
All right. And
Nice paper.
nice paper. Who's left? Oh, pansies.
Oh, you've heard of them?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
I'll take it. It's
Okay.
a set of the towel and pansy spices.
Yeah.
And I wish you could smell them. They smell wonderful. But Penzies is great. They also have some very interesting, I guess you'd say, anecdotes on their website. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so are we ready to be creative? Are we ready for a team story game? And Chris, I think I have a copy for you to do a screen share. There it is. Okay, so how many people do we have? 36? We could probably have.
Well, Sandy, there are more than one person, so that out of that 36, many of them are double, so we'll have to sort
Okay, we'll figure it out. I
that
think,
out. But,
well, minimum of 8 works best in a team.
okay.
So I'm going to just go ahead and read this through with you. And this is a funny story writing game that involves creating a story as a team. Each player adds the next line of the story. And I got a chuckle when I was looking at the instructions. It says ages 8 and up. It should get real interesting with us. So in setting up, you'll be randomly divided into groups, and you will go to a virtual breakout room. If you like, you can choose a name for your team, or somebody mentioned like the reindeers, Rudolph and the reindeers, different team names. You'll need a paper and pencil or pen to record your stories, as each person's subscribe to write down each sentence, and a spokesperson. When we come back as a group, each team will be sharing their story. And I'm giving you 20 minutes to complete the story, because if you get done sooner, you get a chance to visit in your small group. And if you have your smartphone handy, you could take a picture of these instructions, just in case you forget what the sentence or the instructions are. So each team's going to construct a story. You get to say one sentence, and then the next person continues making the story. So here's an example. The first player, and this in bold is the story you're going to start off with. The sentence is, it was the night before blank and. So for example, if I'm the first player and I start off saying, it was the night before my birthday and Dan was baking a cake. And then the next person continues the story and have it make sense. And you go around to everybody on the team, and each person continues adding a sentence until it reaches the last person in the team. The last person must conclude the story in one sentence as well, and hopefully it makes sense. And then after 20 minutes, we'll all come back together, and then we'll go around to each team and we'll hear your stories.
A point of clarification.
Yes.
If each continuation sentence relates to the sentence, I mean,
To
we
the
all
first-
know what the previous sentence was. It's not
Correct.
that we keep a sentence to ourselves and then add it.
No, you share with the whole team.
Okay,
The
okay.
first sentence, and then the second person hears the first sentence, and then the
Okay.
third person hears both first and second, and so you keep adding a sentence to the story. Does that make sense?
Is the story multiple sentences?
Yes, so if there's 8 people in a group, you will have 8 sentences,
Okay.
starting with, it was the night before. So the first person who makes the sentence kind of sets the tone, because it could be the night before anything, any
Right.
place. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's a matter, it works best when there's at least 8 people.
Well, I think we'll divide it into 5 groups, and we'll just do random, and because there's
Yes.
a lot of people with couples, so I think we'll
Okay.
have between 7 and 9 in each room.
Can it be collaborative? Can we help each other out?
Yeah, in your room.
Oh yeah, in
work
your
together.
team, yes.
Yeah, in your team.
Yeah.
So
I played it with, well, actually we had 4 people and we each did 2 sentences, but I played it together in a group, and it actually comes out more fun when you have more sentences.
And so you might want to make sure that somebody in your group is sort of the recorder that's keeping track of the sentences, so that when we come back together, that you'll have it ready to be read out.
Yes.
And then the second point I'd like to make for you guys is you don't need to spend 20 minutes if you're done. You can just leave the breakout room. For those of you who have not done breakout rooms with Zoom before, when I click on the button, there'll be a thing for you saying you accept to go into the room. When you do that, it'll be just like this Zoom meeting, only it'll be just a small group of you. And it could be anywhere, as we said, between 7 and 9 people in that room together. And then you guys will just keep working on this and recording your sentences. And when you're done, all you got to do is leave the breakout room. There's a button on there that you'll see to do that. And I'll check in on each of you occasionally in each room to make sure you all understand what's going on. But at the end of 20 minutes, if not everybody's done, we'll call it done. So that's Sound right, Sandy?
And Chris, sometimes people will hit the leave button before they, rather than leave the breakout room button, so they have to be careful or they have to sign back in.
For a couple, do we each have a sentence or do we collaborate?
The room is collaborating. Everyone in your room is collaborating together.
So every person has their own special
They have
sentence.
their own sentence, but they're all related. Yes.
But each couple has 2 sentences.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like Terry would have one, Steve would have one.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll have one, Julie have one. Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna
All
stop
right.
sharing.
Ready?
We're gonna set up the breakout rooms here. Where are we? Breakout rooms. And we got 5 of them. We want to create this.
Chris,
Yes.
Chris, put me and Kitty, we're in the same room, but on 2 different iPads. It's a long story. So put me and Kitty.
I was just gonna do it randomly, I think, but if it
Okay,
looks
well,
like-
we'll work it out.
but I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
Okay, let me do that, Helen. You and Kitty in the same one, Helen? Is that what you wanted,
She's on mute. You're on mute.
Helen?
Helen, you're on mute.
Yes, because if we put 2 speakers on, they compete with each other and don't work
Yeah,
well
I just want to clarify. So in the same room or not in the same room?
in the same room.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Looks like it's gonna make me we're gonna have to do it this way. Is that too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
I'm alone because Pete's watching the Packer game. Packers.
Okay, thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
All right, bye.
8.
I knew that. If you found an excuse, you'd leave.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8.
Bob's leaving too.
Okay.
Bye, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Oh,
Not a big game player.
she lose count.
Played enough games when he was a sheriff.
No. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see if this works. So you should be able to just accept to go into the room. Oh, this is where we need to put you somewhere. You could use my phone.
I'm just right here. That's mine.
Because I'm not in a room. I'm not doing the game. I'm controlling it.
Oh, yeah.
You want me to take this and just go in the other room?
Okay. You're gonna have to turn on the sound for me.
Okay. just need to leave.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, take your time. You don't have to rush.
Was the night before New Year's, and all through the house.
My dog was underneath me and was barking loudly.
Okay.
Was on the ground.
Was on
Okay, who's, I can write if you want me to.
On the ground.
No, Barbara said she was gonna write.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay, my dog was underneath me. Is that what she said?
You know, I think that was from another room. That sounded like
I'm sorry.
George and,
Yeah.
and Lynn.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know I was unmuted. That was from another room.
Yeah.
Julia just walked in with a phone, and we're having a little technical difficulties.
So Helen, I think you need to complete your sentence.
Okay. 'Twas the night before New Year's, and all through the house, everybody wanted to say good riddance to 2020.
I like that.
Yeah.
Next up.
It was the year of the virus, and I'd really like to forget it and not have it back.
Okay, I need a little time. Say it again.
It was the year of the
Check, check. Check, check, check.
What?
What?
Okay.
It says this meeting is being recorded.
You're recording it.
Okay, I'll read what I have and then you guys
Okay.
can edit it. It was the night before Christmas and it was my
Wait, no, it isn't Christmas. It was my wedding night.
Okay,
Okay. Crossed out the Christmas part.
Yeah, it was the night before my wedding night
Yes.
and it was cold as hell in Minnesota.
No, you
I
don't
was
have to
shaking
say
like a leaf.
anything about Minnesota.
And my maid of honor called in sick. So I picked my brother as a substitute, but I wasn't sure he'd fit into the dress. We got to have some comedy.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we can
That's
respond. Then she
good.
said my brother agreed, but refused to wear a dress. Okay. Okay. Linda, are you in
Why don't
San
we say,
Francisco?
why don't we add to that? He agreed to carry the flowers. And what else would a maid of honor do? And
He was
straighten
throwing
out,
as he walked down the aisle, he was throwing petals.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
We might as well make it crazy.
Yeah. My brother agreed, but refused to wear a dress. So let's say what he wore. So he wore a kilt.
Hey,
A kilt, yeah.
That would be
That's
good, yeah, that would be good.
A
We
kilt.
changed Minnesota to Tahoe.
We don't have to have any place in it, doesn't
I
it?
thought each one of you were supposed to do your own following the guy in front of you rather than cooperatively create a story.
Well, that's
We
why
have,
I
we
asked if
have
we
been,
could
Chris,
collaborate.
we have been.
Everybody
We're
have been.
adding.
put in a line.
But we were all writing it down.
Oh, okay. So now you're fleshing it out.
Okay.
So he wore a kilt and twirled down the aisle?
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Twirled. I like that.
That's
Well, how about his bagpipes? Twirled.
This is going to be a good story.
Well, we could do that. We could say,
Let's see, how much time do we have? No
Were
time.
the elves,
remaining, it
were the
says.
elves giving the virus, the injections?
Sure, that's fine. To receive our Pfizer.
I didn't catch that sentence.
Pfizer to receive.
Pfizer is the company.
Yeah.
So for our Pfizer COVID vaccine
What did?
given to us by the elves.
In the sleigh to receive
Yeah,
our
where'd
vaccine.
the alien in the sleigh go?
Oh, to Golden One Center.
Yeah, while the Kings were playing on the court. Somebody said that.
Or what?
To see Santa Claus, to celebrate Christmas.
But if we say that, then how do we get the vaccine?
Yeah, one of the
Yeah,
ladies-
the problem is that
Please
we
say
are
that.
not keeping this to one sentence per person. That's why we're getting messed up.
Right.
We need to go back to the one person sentence.
All right. So it was the police and we were told to evacuate.
Right.
All right. So then Linda, we were talking about to Golden One.
We didn't hear you.
Okay, windmills will arise, and I couldn't hear the rest of it.
Reach up to the skies.
The temptation to rhyme is just so
You
strong.
don't have to. Windmills will arise and reach up to the skies. And I could think of a couple of sentences.
Chris and Julie haven't gone yet.
Oh, Chris is in. I don't. are
Yeah,
you
I'm just making sure everybody's okay. I'm popping in and out of the room to make sure everybody's doing okay. So
Oh, you're not part of this group.
no. I'm
Okay.
just passing through.
You could still offer a line if you want. We don't care.
But I haven't heard the whole thing yet. That's
Oh,
okay.
believe me.
Well, it doesn't make a lot
Got
of
plenty
sense.
of people. You,
So,
you guys done already?
Yeah,
All right.
it worked for you, Gail.
You're muted, Gail. Gail, you're muted if you want to say something.
No.
So you guys were quick.
We're missing Barbara. Who else?
Oh, Barbara's here.
Oh, I don't, oh, okay. Oh, there she is.
You think someone's still in your room? Let me go check.
No, I think that's it.
Carol, Dan, well, Dan didn't go. Kitty?
She's indisposed right now, Helen said.
Okay, well, she's still technically in the room.
Mm. So we're the only ones out of the room, huh?
There, Kitty's done. Yeah, you guys are the first ones done. Although I went into all the other rooms, everybody else was going pretty good, so.
You weren't in a room?
No, I'm managing it. I'm making sure it's working. I'm the man behind the curtain.
We should have you create your own story.
Oh, gosh. It was the night before a Friendship Force meeting, and the Zoom function broke.
Keep going, that's good.
Called Chris.
So Chris got a drink and left. The end. We never heard from him again. He moved out of state. I have a thing here that says I can broadcast to all, message to all. I've never done this before. Let's try it. Okay. Oh, I see. It's just like a chat. Okay. $448. What is this?
Some of them were having trouble on their iPads. They didn't know how to leave the meeting.
Oh,
Leave the room. I mean, leave the room.
how do you do it? Do you know?
Gail will tell you, go up to the left-hand corner and it says leave and you hit it, two things come up to get out of the Zoom.
Left-hand corner. Okay.
Yes, left-hand corner. And two things come up, the breakout room or the meeting. So just push the breakout room. Okay? Hey, Chris,
Mm-hmm.
I love that picture of you and Pat today.
That was fun, wasn't it?
That was great. You know why? Because you look just like Sid's son when I met him with the same hair.
Really?
I met Sid's son in 74.
Wow.
Which is about the same time. Yeah.
1874.
74. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna
They were on another meeting.
I'm gonna share it with other people because they haven't seen it probably.
Oh yeah, it's a great picture. I love it. It looks great.
Yeah, I was going through some old photos looking for some stuff for my mom, and I stumbled across that photo. I've never seen it before.
Did you send it to Pat?
I put it in Facebook and he saw it.
Yeah, I saw that. That's
Yeah.
where I saw it.
Yeah.
Great. Doesn't look anything like him now.
Yeah, we're only.
You look the same with the same face. Well, except for that. Yeah.
As you did before.
Now you're beginning to look like the rest of us. You look like such a kid when I first joined Friendship Force.
Yeah, I was trying. You know what? A picture of us when we first joined Friendship Force, but a long time ago.
Yeah.
You're like 30 years now, right?
Yeah, 1990.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, gosh.
yeah.
That is 30 years, isn't it?
3 decades, man.
Goes by
I remember my first, I heard about Friendship Force from somebody in the office I worked at in the real estate office. And I said, oh, okay, I'll check it out. So the next thing that was occurring was a board meeting. It wasn't a general meeting, it was just a board meeting. So I'll go see what that is. So I go to the board meeting and it's somebody's house and there's like 5 people around talking. And before I left the meeting, I had a job.
I was gonna say, you were probably appointed president for the next.
Thinking the same thing.
I didn't even know what the club was. I have a job.
Chris, who was in the picture with you?
That was my twin brother.
Can we
Pat.
see it again?
Yeah. Let me see.
So you're not identical?
We are. He has his
Oh,
hair
yeah.
pulled back, and his mustache is shorter. Here.
Two good-looking guys.
You bet. Very good looking.
Oh, I'm better looking.
Hippies.
I'm better looking than he is.
Oh, sure. Of course you are.
He's much more easygoing than his brother is.
We always said he was the evil twin. I was the good.
Yes.
He was the evil twin.
Having worked for him, I concur. He is the evil twin.
Oh,
My grandsons, who are identical twins, had a fight one day, and one of them said to the other, "You are so ugly."
My favorite story is 2 brothers, and they were both in their 80s. I think one was 84 and one was 85, and they're having this big argument in this kitchen. And I was at someone's house. I didn't really know them. They're just arguing in this kitchen in front of me. And I thought, well, that's weird. They're really upset. And the 85-year-old turns to the 84-year-old and says, when are you going to grow up? I thought, it's too late. I'm sorry.
Well, the answer to that is never.
Yeah, exactly.
Never.
Ain't happening on my watch.
Oh, God,
Was everyone
break up.
back?
Is everybody back?
Like,
We have Susan. Susan's iPad is the only one that's not. Okay, we're gonna just close all the rooms.
Get a name for us.
no choice.
Okay, Sandy, I think we're all back.
Okay, well, now it's story time.
Reality stories. Oh boy.
Okay, so whoever, let's start with, I don't know, you guys don't know which room you were in, huh?
Yeah, we do.
No, but which, like, number 1, 2, 3, or 4. So,
I think it was 3. We were in 3.
Well,
know who was number 1? Who was room 1?
We were.
Okay, whoever's the spokesman for number 1, who's that?
I guess it's me because I took the notes.
there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. I know.
Barbara, you're gonna have to speak up a little bit because you're, we turned your volume down a little bit, so go ahead.
Okay, well, this is room number 1. Audrey, Helen Flock, Carol, Ken, Gail, Dick, and me. And we started out. 'Twas the night before New Year's, and all through the house, everybody wanted to say good riddance to 2020. It was the year of the virus, and I would not like to have it back. We were trying to figure out what wine or wines to drink in order to be able to cope. So since we couldn't figure it out, we decided to drink them all.
that's working.
After we hit the wines, it became an absolutely chaotic mess. People and bottles everywhere. So someone said, you'll have to clean up the mess. Well, there was Zinfandel and Chardonnay and Pinot and, God forbid, Merlot. But we have faith that 2021, we will all see each other face to face. And I'll drink to that.
Oh.
And what happened in 2020 stays in 2020.
Very good. Very good.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Okay, who's in team 2? Who's the spokesman for team 2?
Are we too?
Team 2 is the Ainsworths.
George, you?
The Ainsworths.
Yeah, you guys are muted, Gene.
He's got to read it.
Read it if you're unmuted. Bottom left.
How's that?
There you go. Now you're up.
There you go. You're on.
Go ahead.
Okay, go
Hey,
for
here
it.
we go. This is team 2, and I didn't note everybody who was on the team, so I apologize.
And the name of the team.
Oh, it's the Donnas and Company. It's the name of our team.
On this.
Okay, here goes. It was the night before the biggest storm of the season, and I was on the roof trying to fix a leak. I put my foot down and it went right through the roof. I yelled for help, but no one could hear me. My dog was on the ground below and was barking loudly. I knew right then that I loved my dog better than anything else. Good old Charlie. I fell through the roof into a room I had never been seen before. I looked around the room and discovered it was a hiding place for people escaping from difficult times. I looked around for a door or window, but couldn't find one. Then the alarm went off and I found it was just a dream.
Hey.
Good job.
Very cute. That's a good one.
Very
All right,
good.
team 3. Who's supposed
Okay, here we go.
3? Okay, hold on. Let me spotlight you. Okay.
Oh, is that 3?
Are you
I
3?
thought we were 5.
I thought we were
5,
five.
weren't we?
Oh,
I
you're
think
5.
Norma was 3.
Yeah, we're 3,
Okay,
Terry.
never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Norma was 3.
Okay, I have our story now.
Oh, okay.
It was the night before my wedding day. It was cold as hell here at Lake Thompson. I was shaking like a leaf when I learned my maid of honor called in sick. So I picked my groom's brother to fill in. But I wasn't sure he'd fit into the dress. He declined, but wore a kilt and played Here Comes the Bride on his bagpipe. I walked down the aisle. He looked so great. I dissed the groom and married him. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
I like that.
Oh, wow, that's funny. So she married her brother?
That's right.
Or the groom's brother.
It makes the holiday meetings a little.
I thought it was the groom's brother.
Who's number 4? Group 4?
Linda. Yeah.
You got- Okay.
Linda.
Oh,
Linda's doing it though.
Linda. Oh, Linda, you're muted. Linda, you're muted.
There she is.
No, you're still muted.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
We didn't get a name for our group.
Make
We're team 4.
team 4.
Team 4.
Team 4.
Team
Yeah.
4.
How about forever?
There you go.
Oh,
Team 4
For fun.
forever.
Forgotten.
For fun.
Well, it was the night before our trip, and we were packing. Suddenly, there was a great pounding at the door. Bam!
Bam, bam, bam.
It was the police, and we were told to evacuate.
Oh.
Well, we were taken to the King's Golden One Center. The Kings were playing while we were there, but we went to see Santa Claus to celebrate Christmas and to have the elves give us the vaccine. And then I fell off the bed and I woke up.
Yay! I like the bang, bang, bang. That was good. Group participation there. So I think that was 4, right? So we're on 5?
Yep. Okay, now we're on 5.
Oh, that's Terry. Okay.
Well, I don't take credit for this story, believe me. Only one line of it. All right, here we go. 'Twas the night before the full moon, and something strange was happening. We could hear screeching coyotes way into the night, and a large owl flew by, silhouetted by the nearly full moon, as the coyotes howled. I looked out the window, and the lake was beginning to boil. I didn't know how global that global warming, the planet was broiling. But alas, have no fear, we have options here. Fortunately, in tomorrow's journey, we will hear someone speak about renewable energy. Windmills will arise and reach up to the skies. Have no fear, we have plenty of beer, wine, and holiday pies.
Okay.
Think about. I think was that everybody? Did we miss anyone?
I think that was it.
I think we had 5. I think
That was,
all the bases.
all right, Sandy, I guess it's back to you.
I think I hope we had fun. It
That
was
was good.
wonderful seeing everyone. And this is just a time to visit if you want to stay on. Barb will continue with some music as we adjourn or talk. So we are done officially. And I'm done officially, I think.
Great job, Sandy.
Thank
Really
you.
Sandy.
Thanks,
really appreciate all you did all year long.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Sandy. Thank you for getting us through 2020.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sandy.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Dan said Dan opened my card, so there's something he said he was supposed to have done.
I think I was supposed to read Ray's card.
Oh.
Or Ray, do you remember what you wrote?
I don't know if you want to read it or not, but go ahead.
Okay, it says, you did it. Thanks for seeing us through a very challenging year. And thanks for an orderly presidential transition, unlike the Donald Trump administration. Hey, here we have a few things for you to help you travel more, at least culinarily.
Yeah.
That's the card.
Yeah, thank you.
Only a misfit
Sandy's not
would say
demanding
that
a
way.
What's that?
Only a misfit would say it that way.
Demanding a recount?
No, yeah.
You want a recount?
Yeah, recount.
Ray wants to recount.
Yeah, instead of asking for a recount, I said, lock it down. Certify it early.
Check the signatures. I want to have every signature checked.
About recount.
Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. and Happy next holidays.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Next year.
Holidays and send money to Georgia.
Everybody.
Merry Christmas all.
Hey, Bill.
Don't drink and drive.
Right, very good.
That's great. That's right, yeah.
George, is George still there?
No,
George leave?
yeah, he did.
Now,
I love PJ. I love the little tree hat.
Very good.
I wonder if your dog would wear that.
Still dressing that dog up.
Gail
That's
is
get chewed up, yeah.
Gail, you're on mute, but is that a quilt that you made behind you, Gail?
She just leave?
Let's see.
Oh, I think she just left.
Yeah.
But I think I know what you're talking about, and I'm pretty sure that's a rug. It's a woven.
Is that the bird?
Beautiful.
The bird rug.
Yeah, everything in her house is birds because that's their last name. So she has all these bird decorations, and she has this woven rug with little birds on it. Yeah.
So Julie, we're going to have to find a way for me to get some quilting fabric. I have some boxes of it that, I'm needing to pass on because I just can't keep all this stuff.
Okay, I will take it, and if it's not something we can use, I have a perfect place to pass it along if it's not something the craft
So
committee can use.
I'm wondering how I can get it to you.
Have a light lunch, remember?
I'm waiting to have hip replacement surgery. They had me scheduled Monday, tomorrow, and then Friday they had to cancel it because of the COVID.
Oh,
So
no.
I'm literally staying in, I'm not.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure out a time.
Yeah,
You can
just shoot an
stick it-
email. We'll,
Stick it on your front porch and let me know, and I can come.
Well, it's a gated community, yeah, but we can make a plan, you know.
Where do you live?
Just want you to know that within the next couple of months or so, you know, I would like to start getting some of that to somebody. And I know you said that you did quilting, so I'd like to start with you.
Yep. Thank you. Yep.
Okay.
Linda, what city do you live in?
I'm in Sacramento. I'm in the Woodside condominiums. Do you know where that is?
Woodside.
No, I was in Roseville. I just thought if you were that far out, I could help you. But
yeah, it's
not in
Howell
Sacramento.
and Fair
I'll
Oaks
talk to
is
Julie if she needs
the neighborhood that I live in.
yeah, no, Woodside's not, we can get there.
Yeah, we'll
It's not
figure it
that
out.
far.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
close.
yeah, it's not that far. It's a pretty
Okay.
beautiful neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can work something out.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed the Zoom thing so much more than I thought I would. I'm not a real techie person, and I was so afraid that Renaissance wasn't going to give me what I was getting out of it in terms of the socialization. But I have to say that this has been a wonderful medium, and it's safe, and you know, we don't have to worry about the COVID, but we can still make connections. And I'm really enjoying getting to know a few people.
Good. Yeah, and it doesn't hurt your hip.
Right. Yeah. So,
Hey, Sue.
Linda, have they rescheduled your hip surgery, or is it just on?
no, they just called Friday and canceled because they have a heavily impacted COVID patient. You know, and so I would, even though it's outpatient, I would be in the recovery room for a few hours, and they don't want people having surgery with so much COVID close by, you know, because you're just opening yourself up to it. So I was glad that, you know, that they canceled, and I'm, you know, I'm not in control of it, but I figure, well, it's going to happen when it's going to happen. I have to say today was my worst day this morning. And it's ended up being a very nice day because of coming to this party, you know, having a little playfulness. And, you know, a salty dog doesn't hurt either.
Oh, you need to come to our happy hours.
I've been trying to make that when I haven't had an appointment. That has been fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like we've got some trivia coming up again. And
Yeah. Yeah, we maybe should have announced that everybody's hopefully getting the weekly meeting newsletters. So the event. Yeah. FFI's got another trivia game coming up too.
Oh yeah.
That was fun when they had it before.
Yes.
So Susan, with the pink shirt, where are you?
Yes.
Where are you?
I'm in Sacramento, Inland Park. I just wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. And also a shout out to the Friendship Force art class yesterday when Kathy Hart taught a number of us how to watercolor and make postcards that we can send. And I am artistically challenged in big ways. By the time Kathy had led us through the exercise, I had 3 pretty good products to send to friends and family. So hooray for Friendship Force for making that.
Yeah.
And hooray for Kathy. She does a great job with those. Yeah.
She has made me a believer that I can be an artist, which I feel the same way, Susan. I've got this block from since I was a kid, and watercolors were like the hardest. And now my Christmas wish list includes watercolor pencils.
Well, she makes us say before every class,
yeah.
Say out loud, I am an artist.
I am an artist. We have a new mantra.
Yeah, I need a lot of drinking to do that.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Came out cute.
Yeah.
I once heard
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you can tell.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
I once heard a phrase that said, I am an artist of the everyday. And I liked that because we all are artists in our own way, you know, and we don't have to be like Picasso, but you know, and I'm enjoying that card class too. I think drawing and letting ourselves have a break from the COVID and the stuff that's going on. Thank you all for being a part of my evening and helping me to change my attitude about the day, and have a wonderful holiday end of the year. And hopefully we'll be meeting up one of these days before too awfully long.
Sounds good. Well, we'll see you all later. And Barbara, thank you for playing.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much, Barbara.
Bye,
It was like the holiday cheer of having live music was great today.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you, everyone.
everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
You're muted, but I saw you talking to. It's like.
There she goes.
There she is. Didn't want to miss her message. Oh.
All right. We're going to just end the meeting. All right. See you all.
Okay.